Can you hear us now?
No.
You should be able to hear us now.
No.
What in the world? Because it's going on.
It's that mic. Oh, there it goes.
Can you hear us now?
All right.
All right.
Yeah. I did say that there was an issue.
Yeah. All right. Cool. No, I'm not sitting on the mic. I think I know what I got to do. So stand by, because I was getting should have got my ticker on.
He didn't listen to his wife that said that there was an issue.
Let me fix it now again.
You want some duct tape?
Yeah.
No, that was not an invitation, really.
All right. Can y'all hear us now? Y'all should be able to hear us now too. Cool.
What's everybody doing for the holiday weekend?
We have echoes.
That might be just you being loud.
What about now? Still an echo?
I'll check it on my phone.
Still an echo? No echo here. All right.
Okay. All right. Cool.
You want me to put that over here and this over there?
I don't care.
All right. No echo. Good.
Kenzie, welcome.
Oh, that was your phone. Okay. You had me scared there, man.
I know. I had to turn up mine just to double check it.
Yeah.
Hey, Broke Farmer's in here. Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on, Broke Farmer? I had to move the logo on the other side. The time thing was on that side. Let's see how that works out.
All right.
Okay, so there we go. We got all the issues working out. Good.
We're not professional live streamers, you can tell.
Yeah, we only do this once a month, and it's the first Saturday of each month. And we did it early today because we have a gathering that we're going to be going to, and we don't feel like we need to be rushing back to get to a live and stuff.
And it's a holiday weekend too. And in Texas at this time, it's too hot to be doing chores. We were up early, we did our chores, we moved different groups of our flocks to new parts of the pasture this morning. So that's how, I started setting that up last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I got home, I saw her out in the field. I was like, oh,
He was like, oh crap, I gotta work.
I know. I gotta work after I get home from work.
Like I wasn't working out in the field. I was sweating. I dried 3 times and re-sweated out in the field.
Kanzi said, I was wondering if you guys have a garden record logbook about your fails and successes. Yes, it's called YouTube and Instagram.
That's been our record book, but we should be more diligent. That's goals, honestly. Yeah. That is goals.
Yeah. Our comment down below and let us know your success and failures for this summer garden. Ours.
We were dealt a difficult hand this summer, going from extreme high heat a month early and then going into excessive torrential rains.
Yeah. It was just extremely too hot this year. And then last week, now all of a sudden we got all of the rain that we were supposed to get during the summer months.
All at once. This is when we actually needed to have our rain catchment system. Like when we finally actually put that in, it's really going to be just to catch the rain that does fall, that one little window that it falls.
Yeah. Kanzi said, it's not work, it's not chores, it's a choice. Yes, it is a choice. Yes.
Yeah, I chose to go and move them. And actually for me, my thought process is now that we're not in the city and we're out in the country. When we were in the city, I went to the gym diligently and worked out. When I'm out here, I'm in my head thinking this is instead of the gym. Like I am doing squats, pulling wires up, and I'm doing lifts, I'm doing lunges out in the field. That is my gym.
Yeah. Broke said tomatoes and corn was his biggest failure. Well, not biggest failure, was his failures this summer, and everything else was a success. Our okra, our cucumbers, our slicers, and our pickling were a great success.
We share the corn failure. He
Yeah.
has decided he never wants to grow corn again.
It's
that bad.
Yeah, we had
3 years.
3 times we tried to grow corn, and we got this thing called smut, which I'd never heard of. Apparently, it's a delicacy, but the way it looks,
I ain't gonna eat that. Nope.
no. Flowers was a big success.
This year, our zinnias were the biggest, like the most successful we've ever been with flowers. Now, mind you, last summer they were all starts. Everything that we grew, almost everything we grew last summer were starts, because this was, we moved here and the window was so small that we didn't get to start seeds when we normally did. This summer was the first time that we got to, start our seeds for everything and set up things different ways. So it's kind of like a first for us this summer with everything that we did.
Yeah. Watermelon was a great success this year.
We're sharing that with you, bro.
What?
I'm done with corn.
Oh yeah, corn is. I'm gonna find somebody local around here that
He only wants to grow it because of the way that I make it.
Yeah, and I'll just go. And I mean, corn. Right now is cheap. I think it's like 39 cents corn at the local grocery store, but it's nothing like fresh corn. So, yeah. J3 put, I agree, working with animals and in the garden area and everything is my exercise. Sabrina said, I did zinnia for the first time and I'm in love with them. Try the polar, oh my God, the polar bear zinnias are so huge. I mean, the head of the flower is like that big and it's just pure, I wouldn't say pure white, but it's just gorgeous looking.
Yeah, it is like breathtakingly beautiful. Now, I will say I was missing the splashes of color, but I was really happy when the others started to pop up. The beautiful red zinnias, the purples. Like, now that I see the colors with the polar bear, they're gorgeous. I have really switched over. Before, he was a huge zinnia person. I was a calendula person. And now I'm Team Zinnia now this year. Yeah.
Yeah, because the calendula that didn't do too well in our garden. I was surprised that our brassicas, our collards, did very well through the heat.
Yeah.
Even though I would say I think the Roma tomatoes did kind of shadow them a lot.
I think it was our layout.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the soil, everything that we did to build it up. And then, like the canopy of the other plants, they were underneath that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shade cloth that we had out there.
We finally took it down since we're in under triple digits.
Yeah, we just took that down. We've been having rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It rained yesterday. I'm not complaining. Not used to that.
Let's see. Kanzi said squash, gourds, tomatoes, corn, and all were fails this year. Potatoes, sweet potatoes didn't do too well either. Successes are strawberry, cucumbers, zinnias, berries, and herbs. Of our herbs, just about every herb that we grew, from mint.
It was our first
basil,
successful year with lavender.
Lavender. I heard that if you had to buy a certain type for Texas folks, you had to buy a certain type of lavender. I think it was the Spanish lavender.
English.
You had to, and then put it in the ground, because we was always just trying to put it in a container and trying to bring it in and out. But they were saying if you put it in the ground and then once the frost comes, cut it just above the ground and then mulch it heavily, it will come back next year. So We put it in the ground in our beds here, in-ground beds, and they've been thriving. Even our rosemary always does well for us, and our thyme.
Our thyme, it's been a wonderful year for thyme. I have I was gifted from my bonus mom a large capacity dehydrator. It's the I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up, but it's the Res 10. It's a big high capacity, and it's the first year that we've had so many herbs that I've been able to do bulk dehydration, very, very low temp, like 95 degrees for 24 hours, and start mixing our own herbs. I did that with our garlic. I did that with some of our onions, so I have our own onion powder, our own garlic powder. Now we have our oregano, rosemary, sage, thyme. I'm doing our own flavor mixes.
Yeah, so we put our sage in the ground and our oregano in the ground. We've had those for several years in a pot, and I decided to put them into the beds, and now they're just even large, and so we're harvesting those like twice a week or once every 2 weeks on that.
I just remembered, it's the Excalibur Res 10.
Yeah.
It's professional grade.
Duval, she said, I'm done with lavender also. I'll try several different kinds.
We thought we were done.
Yeah, try. If you're doing them in container, that's where you're going to fail at. You have to have them in the ground. They love in the ground. We had the Hamilton brand. She gave that to one of our neighbors. The Excalibur is the one that she's been doing. From
there's like I can do 2 different things in 2 different zones. It was a gift. I did not buy it.
Yeah. What else? What are some of the squashes? The one squash that I can never remember.
No, go ahead and try and say it. I want y'all to hear this. Go ahead.
Zucchino replicante.
The one time you get it right.
Oh yeah!
Ever when we're filming.
Word.
Ever. Oh man. Yeah, Zucchino replicante is the most successful squash for us because the squash bugs, they're like horrible here in Texas. No matter what we've done.
Yeah. That one has been thriving, and now it was crazy.
Spaghetti squash and butternut. We didn't have a good year for butternut, but it was our failure, not any infestations. Yeah. But they do great here too.
We started out late, and they're just now. The butternut squash is just now coming to fruit. So, and then we had a fruit cantaloupe that we planted last year that didn't germinate. That is now germinating this year.
Yeah, we had it's the sweetest, most delicious. I had some. Well, I put some on the side of our breakfast this morning.
Oh my God, that's so good. Once you grow your own food, it's like you will never try to gain that fruit.
Well, it's still a diluted flavor for at the store once you like taste your own and it's organic. But it feels like because we've been gardening we're going on our 4th year gardening, right? Seriously, and we're just now getting some successes with things that we've only failed at.
Yeah.
It takes a while. It's like, it's so easy to get discouraged as a gardener.
Yeah, and I think most of our failures previously, I wouldn't say really failures, our experience have been because we were growing we had a small lot. It was like 1/17 of an acre. And above us, or in our backyard, was a huge white oak tree that basically shadowed. So we couldn't really grow a lot of vegetables because a lot of those vegetables need anywhere from 6 to 8 to 12 hours of sunlight. And we was getting probably 4 at that or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was mostly evening sun, and then it was just too hot once it gets that evening sun.
I started picking stuff, even though we didn't have an HOA because neither one of us believe in paying anywhere that has HOA. it was just we had to deal with the city, so I started sneaking even okra in the front of our house. Like I was getting really sneaky in the city.
Yeah, we were growing herbs and yarrow and okra.
Medicinal stuff.
Yeah, it was nice. Kanzi said, I hope I'm saying your name right. The Italian used zucchini replicante for stuffing ganache,
And
whatever.
ravioli. Oh, that's good to know.
You just did some of that we did a young one in a lasagna type dish.
Yeah, I put it in the lasagna I just made. Yeah.
Oldham's Homestead said, we grow all our herbs in ground, grows great, large harvest 3 times in the summer, 1 time right before the frost. Yes, we've starting to grow a lot of our herb. We're gonna put a lot of our herbs in the ground too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was wondering if you were looking for me to help you with a word. It's our theme.
Southern Bless Homestead, welcome.
Hey,
How are y'all?
Is this Mac or is it the both of you? I'm used to.
That snake squash. Yes. So the good thing about zucchini rampicante, you can harvest them young as a zucchini, or you can harvest them once they get older and hard as a winter squash.
I used it as a young zucchini in the lasagna that I just made, and it was really nice in the lasagna that I made just as a young.
He said it's the both of them, or they said it's the both of them. Did y'all go to the what's it called, the Ozark?
The Ozarks deal.
Yeah.
Or the other one in Hannibal. This was we went 2 years and we didn't go this last year.
Mm-mm.
We're not it's been a bad year for us to go to some of the gatherings and events. Because we have a really big project going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully try to finish up the high tunnel the end of next week.
But we also have babies constantly. We're perfecting our hatch rates and stuff with eggs and trying to figure out our protocol and systems.
Speaking of our babies, you want to talk about what just happened Thursday?
Oh, our new babies.
No.
What? Oh, so the Texas Animal Health Commission. I didn't know what to expect, and when we first heard about testing and stuff, we were like, no, we don't want to do anything like that. But we've had so many people that want us to send them eggs, hatching eggs that they can put in an incubator, which we did not anticipate the demand. So we were like, okay, we started looking into what that meant, what it would take. We learned that we have to have our animals tested by it's a TAHC, Texas Animal Health Commission, in order to get NPIP certified. And so on Thursday, because he filled out the form, sent in the check, we didn't know when it was going to happen, how long we were going to be waiting. I think it was probably about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the time that he put in the paperwork and I saw the payment went through, how much was it?
It was, for Texas, it was $30 to $60.
He said the price was going to go up next year. It's something we're supposed to do every year.
Yeah, we got to do it once every calendar year, or from July to July, I believe is the time frame.
Yeah, and what we were doing was getting prepared so that next spring, and something on the back burner we're doing is we're working on our fertility rates. We're down one of our roosters, so that's affected some of our fertility rate. And so right now we've only been selling live chicks, but in doing that and having the high capacity incubator that we have, it's allowing us to really learn. And as we've been hatching them out, we have people on basically a waiting list for our chicks right now.
Yeah.
But we're not satisfied with the hatch rates to ship them out, but we know by spring they, we are gonna know all of our stuff for that. So.
Yeah, it's something that we just fell upon by accident, and these birds that we're raising are supposed to be a perfect homesteading dual purpose meat birds. So they're great for egg layers. They lay anywhere from 200 to 250 eggs a year, and they're great for meat birds.
He did his homework on this before it became real popular. So we knew when we moved here that this was a bird. Like, we already knew over a year ago that was the bird that we knew we wanted to have on our homestead.
Yeah.
We didn't know that it was going to explode in popularity. And so we've had time to improve our flock, and it's becoming a passion project.
Yeah, I mean, it's growing crazy this year. How at the beginning of the year, people really didn't know much about it, and now all of a sudden...
What was that? Texas, or no, Home Tradition, what is the channel?
It was Living Tradition and Homestead Heart. They had talked about...
They're much bigger channels.
But by the time they talked about it, we was already grew ours out.
All the experience that they were talking about on their channel. So we're ahead of the curve for a lot of people doing it. But as we're getting to do it, we're learning from some people that have been doing it for like a year, 2 years. So it's cool. It's a really cool thing.
Kenzie said, are you doing any fall videos? I said, yes. What would you grow in the fall? We're about to cover that here in a minute. Duval said, I saw your video this morning on IG, loved it. Kenzie said, my little sister does that. Also, she does the incubation of ducks and chickens, but she won't raise them up. I can tell someone hit the research department on this one. Yes, we did. We did very extensively on that.
And it's still a work in progress. Like, I feel like a forever student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odom's Home said, what size coop would you recommend for 8 to 10 hens? So a chicken will need about anywhere from 1 square foot to 1.5 square foot of space. So I would do probably at the minimum, if you got 10 hens, 10 by or 5 by 10 area.
And that's, just like their evening housing. I would definitely adhere to space like that if they're able to be out during the day, letting chickens be chickens in their chicken nests.
Yeah. Duval said, what's the best chicken for laying chickens? Any chicken is good with laying chickens, except for Cornish cross, of course. But you got your Australorp. I would recommend the black Australorp. I would recommend the Nakid Neck. They lay medium-sized eggs.
And they confuse people, too. It's really funny.
What else is a good one? Rhode Island Reds, Plymouth Rock, Barred Rock.
I just got a whole bunch of baby chicks for having colored eggs, a bunch of Easter eggers. I'm super excited about having a splash of color in eggs in the spring.
Yeah, when we first got our birds last year, I was looking for the best birds that go broody, because I didn't want to have to, I knew we didn't have any incubators at that time, and we want to replenish our stock every 2 years because the birds decrease their egg laying abilities every year after 2 years. So I wanted to kind of be something where we can have a self-sufficient way of life of raising our birds.
But that's something that I appreciate about him, is that every decision that has been made here, he did do a lot of research. Like, he doesn't like to waste his money. I say he's cheap. He says he's frugal. Okay. And so he, wants to make sure, like, he's getting the best bang for his buck of whatever we invest into. And so if we were going to get a chicken, it had to have at least 2 jobs right out the gate. It had to be a dual purpose in some kind of way. Now, my Easter eggers, they're just here for splashes of color. That's all their purpose is. But every other bird choice we have has more than 1 job.
Yeah.
Yeah, high production.
Let me see. Tar Heel said, I missed the start of the live. Can I ask what kind of bird it is? So the bird that we have that's supposed to be a rare but a high commodity bird is called the American breast. It originated from Brest, France. And one particular hatchery or farm brought them over from, and well, he actually goes every now, Greenfire. He actually goes every now and then from France to grab a flock and bring them back to the States and breed them out and everything. But if the way you finish them out at the last 2 weeks out of the 14 to 16 weeks that you grow them out to, you feed them a fermented corn and some cracked corn and some type of milk, creamy whole fat milk, and
it's the best tasting chicken. If you love chicken and you haven't had a breast chicken, you have not experienced like amazing taste. And I was a skeptic. I was like, okay, well, let's just try this. Let's just have an experiment. I cannot believe the difference and the taste. And our pasture raised Cornish cross, because we had processed our American breast, we put them in the freezer, and then we had our Cornish cross, and I was like, on a kick of making it in different dishes, and it's great. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just, go ahead and fix one of these American breasts. After having wonderful, organic, pasture-raised Cornish crosses and had that, it was like juicy, dark meat.
Mm-hmm.
The entire
like even
bird.
the breast meat was juicy. I was like, I hate eating any other chicken now because it's like,
it's not the
same. we started this journey as foodies, so a lot of other decisions that we make sure that it's also going to taste good. Cornish cross, that's what you normally get in the grocery store. However,
our perfecting it is the pasture raising, having it on grass. It still has to be fed a high protein diet to get to its weight, but we do it in a healthier way.
Yeah, American breast, hands down. Yeah, it takes some time to grow out. I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to sell off of your property.
If you have 8 kids.
Oh yeah, Cornish cross is the way to go. But if you're foodies, American breast.
Yeah.
Let's see. Excuse me. Duval City, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much. Sabrina said, I did Delaware this year and I'm really liking them. Smart, like the Rhode Island Reds, but also chill, the rooster. Brooke said, talk to the missus, get you some chickens, man. However many in your family, if y'all eat 4 eggs a week, go ahead and get you 8 eggs or 8 chickens, I should say. 8 chickens. Because you'll love them if you check with your order and see if you can have a rooster. Because if you can't, then just every 2 years, get you some new chickens.
Yeah.
And the missus always pointed this out when doing any animal, before we even bring the animal onto our homestead, besides the rabbits, of course, is learn how to butcher them or to cull them, if anything. Because if one gets sick, she's the
I'm the culler.
She's Dr. Death.
I've learned to ask for forgiveness, and I'll just cull it.
She is
I'm not
Dr.
gonna talk
Death.
to him. No, because if I talk to him, he wants to nurse it to my time being spent nursing something, and I'm like, I can't. No, I'll just ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, if we get a chicken, I'm like, she's like, oh, gotta go. And I'm like, wait.
It's not like that.
It's not like that, but it seems like it. But
no,
it's not.
I was raised around animals, not on a farm, just like dogs. I worked in a vet clinic at a very young age, and I just have a different, I can tell when something's past its point and it's not, the end doesn't justify the mean, and I feel like I call it pretty well.
Broke said flavor is important. Yes, flavor is important. Oh, Sabrina said flavor is important. It is definitely important because if you don't want to get anything...
If you're not a good cook, American breasts will make you seem like you're a good cook.
Yeah. Because it's just... I don't know how to...
You can't do it wrong.
I wish more of y'all was near us because we want to do a blind taste test, but it seems like
No,
everybody
because
just like,
all of us, and this is new to us, okay? We're in our mid 40s and we're just now learning that there's a chicken that tastes better.
yeah.
Like when you hear chicken, like growing out, like a chicken's a chicken. But now that we know better, it's like a Pandora's box that's opened.
Southern Bliss Home says we just processed half our flock this morning. Ooh. We're processing. We get our Cornish cross next week, and we're
We have a
processing
class.
those.
We have people that are coming that we're and I want to piggyback because he started to mention earlier, like if you're gonna have animals, I feel one of the most responsible things before you have chickens. And if you haven't done this, it's just part of the learning curve. But you need to know how to process an animal before having it. Because the situation is, even if you're only going to have them for eggs, cool. But you don't know if you're going to have an aggressive rooster. And you need to know how to cull a rooster, because if you don't know how to do it, and you have a rooster that is being abusive, not just to you, but is being really aggressive and abusive to other hens, you need to be responsible to be able to protect your flock, even from that rooster.
Yeah.
So one of the most responsible things you can do is learn how to do it. Before we got our chickens, we did go out of our way just to learn that part. And I'm thankful that we did. We have friends that haven't done it and have had issues with roosters, like really hurting their flocks. And so now we are doing classes. We're continuing with the Cornish crosses just because they're easy. They're easiest to teach people on. And I think, what do we have, like 4 or 6 people come into our next class?
4. So far we got 4. 3 other people said they sent us an email and wanted to come, but they haven't made any payments
and
yet.
I feel like it's fair. Like 4 have prepaid, right? And I feel like it's a fair deal because it's really. It takes our time. We do get somehow, but it takes us longer to do it in a teaching way. We only charge $25, and people get to leave with a chicken, which pasture raised organic chicken, it's a deal.
Yeah. Duval City Girl said, I'm having to redo my coop, having trouble mixing the Americanas with the Cochin. Now I have juvenile buff Brahmas and Wyandottes also. Okay. How big is your coop right now? Sheep Creek Farm said, more like love y'all. Thank you. Yeah, see, Southern Blessed Homestead, they had a mean rooster that they had to cull today or this weekend, whatever. And some people think, I got a rooster, I can't have a rooster, I'll sell it. Roosters are hard to sell.
Nobody wants a rooster.
Because you're not going to get that much meat off of a rooster. Rooster's just hard, and you need to have.
They don't have near the meat on them.
Yeah, they have no breast meat. They'll have a little bit thigh meat, but that's a drumstick, but that's about it.
You can make some broth out of it.
Yeah, just make some broth out of it, or give it to the pigs, or put it in the compost. But other than that, it's not worth having. So.
Yeah, and so going back to that. A lot of people that have lots and lots of chickens, I don't think we have lots and lots of chickens. We don't have I think all the birds together, we have around 64 birds.
Yeah, no more than 75.
Yeah, but there's people that have lots, and with a rooster, they'll go ahead and process it and just put it in the compost. It's not even worth it to them.
Yeah, see, chicken and dumplings, you can do chicken and dumplings off of roosters. Hey, what's going on, African Dreaming? Appreciate y'all coming by. What time is it over there? A lot of y'all saying that's a steal. Sabrina said I paid much more, and then you get, wow, okay. Yeah, we don't want to.
We're trying to be fair.
Yeah, right now we're just trying to get everybody involved and learning about it, especially the way the world is going. Want to get people to learn how to do this. It's a lot of people are very timid. Hey, I was even.
We never anticipated that he would ever be able to do the cull, and so it's amazing. I'd like to be part of that process of helping somebody that thinks that they can't do it cross over that threshold and gain that knowledge.
Yeah. So that is that. Now, once we get into a bigger production and classroom, price may go up, but right now it just set.
A lot goes into it. It does take a lot more time because the two of us together, like processing, we're a beast. Like,
Yeah, we could do 30
fast.
chickens, and we'll start about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock ish, and be done by 12, 1 o'clock. So
Yeah, but when we do a class, it takes longer because we do more explanation and we want to take time to help somebody walk through it.
Bro Farmer said, "Are y'all gonna replant some hot weather plants before winter?" No, I think we're gonna start into our fall, which we're gonna be talking about right here in a minute. Grain-free Homestead, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey there. I love following them on Facebook. You guys have some of the funniest gardening memes and just homesteading memes
Yeah.
in general.
So our fall garden. Comment down below to find. Let us know what are you planting for the fall garden. I know, Broke. He just did his. He did. I think you're doing a second wave of some tomatoes and some fall gardening stuff. I saw on there. I was watching on way to work. Any market for chicken paws? Yes, there's actually a market for chicken feet. I've actually got in touch with a personal chef. And I gave him some chicken feet to try out for bone broth or chicken broth and things of that nature. You can, if you're in the rural area or if you have dogs, you can dehydrate them and use them as dog treats for your animals. So.
And I may start doing that because I do want to have a dog in our next venture with sheep. So we need to get a dog around the same time that we get the sheep.
Mm-hmm. So I got some Johnny seeds here. Oh, that light's kind of bright, but these are our lettuce mix. Since, like I said, we got with a personal chef, so I'm gonna get him some. Start growing him some lettuce. These are from Johnny Seeds. Now these are, I believe, these are either hybrid or F1 variety. We got these. So how do you say that word? Salavona. Right there. And then we got some Cherokee Mountains.
I can pronounce the stuff, but it doesn't have pictures, so I'm not as interested when it doesn't have a picture.
Mirror. Now we grew some of these at the early part of the summer, and these are a lot of the market gardeners are growing these variety, and since we're trying to reach out to do some market gardening, and hopefully this restaurant's in front of us or adjacent to us, our chickens that we just got.
I'm gonna check on it really quick.
They're going to be doing a restaurant here soon, and we're finishing up with our high tunnel. Our high tunnel is 20 feet by 40 feet long, so we'll be able to hopefully be marketing it out to them.
I'll show you my baby. My cute little baby. It's one of our Easter eggers.
We are Southern Blessed said we're planting a lot of greens. Emoji. I lived in Korea. They eat those in spicy sauce. I was stationed in Korea, South Korea, at Incheon with the Red Horse Squadron before they moved to Guam. Broke put chicken feet used to be poor food. Now it's a delicacy. Yeah, it is.
I make broth out of it. I make broth a lot, especially now that I'm pressure canning. And
I don't like these.
What?
Oh, good. There's nothing in there.
You have a bunch in the other thing.
I
You
wonder,
don't like those?
maybe they're shelling peas, but these are the King Tut purples.
I like how they look.
Yeah, they look good.
I like these.
I love these. These don't make it into our house. These are the sugar snap peas.
Well, now that you're at work all the time, they still won't make it in the house.
Oregon sugar peas. Duval City Girl says she's growing dino kale, lettuce, broccoli. Oh, I forgot broccoli.
The Centakale is my favorite.
Radish, Swiss chard. I like Swiss chard because We can grow Swiss chard almost year round. Matter of fact, I think we can grow it year round.
I don't really like how it tastes. I just feed it to the rabbits.
Yeah, we feed it to the rabbits. I will try to use it as a spinach and saute it with some eggs.
I am picking tot soy too. Tot soy has been a favorite of mine, so tot soy is definitely gonna happen.
Let's see. We got some onions. Gonna start some onions. Some bunching onions. We got the red Welsh onions. And then we got, I love these. I
They
got
look
some
so
bold.
pretty. They decorate the garden when it seems like there's not as much color in a fall garden, so we try to like get pops of color in there.
Shallots. I love shallots. What zone are we in? We are, that some places say we're 7B, some places say we're 8A.
We're right on the line of that. What zone are you guys grain free? Because grain free Homestead.
Matter of fact, everybody type of what zone y'all are in.
Grain free Homestead has been harvesting a lot of their goods. I've been seeing on their Facebook.
Southern Bless Homestead. Oh yeah, Southern Bless was a U.S. Air Force vet like myself. I did a TDY in South Korea. That trip was good. Yeah, I bet you it was if you know what I'm talking about. We are growing this from Botanical Interest. So I found out the hard way this year that we were growing onions wrong all along. That we were supposed to grow short variety, which I never understood how Texas is a short variety of onions, and then you have your intermediate, which is in the Midwest area. Then you have your long day, which is up north, and we were supposed to grow them the short day variety. People explain it to me several times, still baffles me on what they're talking about, but. So we got Grain Free is out of 6A, Sabrina's out of 8B, Western Washington, excuse me.
So is that, are you north or south part of Washington also? I know you're west, but north or southwest?
Broke is out of 8A, Georgia. Odom is at 7A, Tennessee. And Duval's 9A, Florida.
So we're similar to everything Georgia can do. We're pretty similar right there.
Mrs. Love these nasturtiums.
They're delicious, and they're so pretty in a salad.
These are the Jewel Blend and King Theodore.
Yeah, we have our compost way that it is, we're about to put a cattle panel up to kind of like hide it from the road, and I wanted to put the nasturtium there to like climb up on it. I think that would be beautiful for our fall winter garden.
So right here, this is going to be a first time going with lovage. Now we've tried celery twice and didn't do too very well with that. So lovage is supposed to be like a celery substitute, and that you can use the stalks for celery type meals, and then the top you can use like a parsley substitute, so it's a dual purpose. I like that, so I'm gonna
especially with the dishes that we do with the bone broth.
Yeah, I'm about to say with your bone broth that you're gonna be doing. Yeah. We're gonna try these from Baker Creek. They're a giant red variety, and then we're gonna try a regular variety of just regular celery, the tall Utah. Yeah, tall Utah.
Yeah, I'm hoping one of these years we'll be successful with celery.
Did I pick carrots or you pick carrots?
I picked carrots.
Hopefully we did one year by accident a great harvest of carrots.
We have not had great luck with carrots.
It's hard to get because you got to have the soil moist for the first 48 weeks.
Also here we have voles or moles.
Yeah, we have something that be digging under.
So we would have to put those up in that vajija.
Whatever.
Bed that we have.
We got some kaleidoscope blend. These are the ones that we had very great success on. And then we got the cosmic purple. These are sweet carrots. If you do any juicing or anything like that, very sweet. Purple Dragon, just like those for the color. We're going to try those out for the first time.
I think there's like a denser vitamin content in the colorful ones.
Kohlrabi, we've tried these when we were up in Montana. Rutabaga. I saw Miss Lady Cheryl do a nice little potato alternative with rutabaga, so I'm interested in trying that.
And Lady Cheryl's the one that gave you the tips for successful onions.
Yes.
Too.
Watermelon radishes. So those are our root crops that we're going to be trying to grow for this fall.
Oh, hey, Best Yet Journey.
Hey, Best Yet.
Good to see you.
Sabrina said purple dragon are really tasty too.
Kohlrabi.
Yeah.
You know, I was introduced to kohlrabi in Montana when he was stationed there. And what were they called? The
Hutterites.
Hutterites or Hutterites.
Mm-hmm.
They were always at the farmer's market. And that was the first time that we like tasted it with, what was it? We put salt and pepper and
Yeah.
just sliced it really thin. It was really, really good.
It's supposed to be like it's akin to the
Kind of
turnip.
like well, to me, it seemed like a radish.
No, it wasn't like a radish. It was more of a
Not
nicer.
spicy though. Like it was mild.
Yeah. Southern Bliss. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Sabrina said Utah is great. Mine has self-seeded all over. Also done the pink, but not the red. I'm excited to see how the red does. Yes, we are too.
We hope it, lives.
Best Yet says that she loves the logo. Appreciate it. Thank you. We got these spinach seeds from Dan, Permaculture Food Forest. So
we also got what is our I can't recall the name of it out there right now. The Roselle.
Yeah, the Jamaican Roselle.
Yeah.
Spinach.
I like the large leafy spinach.
And you want to grow, I guess, some more Swiss chard.
Yeah.
For the rabbits, I take it.
Yeah.
Free food
but that's
for the
a
rabbits.
different kind. It's a different line. Yeah. It's an
Who's
heirloom.
Who gave us these?
I won these.
Oh.
From I'll have to go look at what it was, but I won those. Wanted to try it.
Yes, and about the logo, because we decided that we needed to get a little bit more serious since we're trying to do these eggs, and also got some shirts merch, as you can see. If y'all want to go onto our Etsy account and purchase some shirts.
We're trying to put together some fun stuff too. Right.
Yeah,
now.
I got some fun, crazy shirts as well, along with an apron for if y'all are cooks and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So we got some cabbage. We got some pak choy cabbage.
I love the flavor of that.
We're going to try some red express cabbage.
I like fermenting that.
We got some, we saved some seeds one year of our bok choy when we were at our last place.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is interesting. It's a hybrid, so we won't be able to save the seeds, but it's what's it called? Chinese cabbage.
I want to do some fermenting with some of the cabbages.
Emoji said kohlrabi is a mix between radish and an apple. See, I thought it was more of a turnip
Yeah, I thought it was
flavor.
radish too. Yeah, it's like a mild radish to me. I like it.
But I like having it julienne and sauteing is very good. And raw, of course. Okay, these are the Mrs. favorite here.
Mm-hmm. Most favorite. Spicy.
Mustard. Now, I want to grow a lot of mustard because...
That was Dad's favorite too.
No, he liked turnips.
Well, I thought you liked mustard
No,
greens more than
Mizuna from Baker's Creek. Red Giant Mustard.
That's a winner, and it's pretty. It adds color to your garden.
And Tatsoi Mustard.
Favorites.
The reason why I want to grow a lot of mustard is because I also want to make our own mustard. So anything that I can do to help cut our grocery bills in half or down.
I have to say, this is my first year experiencing going to the grocery store and just getting like little things and not even having to go over to the deli has been really, really nice, except for some lunch meat.
Oh, FedEx. What did you order from FedEx?
Maybe this is something you ordered from FedEx. Because I found out.
So, let me tell y'all.
No, he ordered all kinds of seeds. And I found it in our email.
Anywho, so we got mustard, collard greens. Now, these are not any other collard greens.
I'm going to go get it and I'm going to tell on you.
I hope it's something from you. These are the Georgia collards. These are the Creole variety of the Georgia collards. The leaves are a lot larger and the taste is a lot better. So now that the missus has learned how to pressure can for Thanksgiving, when I make a large batch of these, I will be having her can these. Please let it be something for her. Please let it be something from her so I can. We got our kale, our Placenta kale. Get that going up. It's something for you, huh?
No, it's not me. I'm just making sure I open it so I can tell on you.
We got our 1,000 head kale. These.
This is something you did.
What is that?
The botanical thing.
Oh,
he literally.
That's early. Woo, they quick.
Yeah. This morning he came across the email. He's like, "What's this?" And I was like, what he ordered.
Oh, they gave me some free stuff.
That's a thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For spending all that money. So let's go over those real quick. Oh, well, this was artichokes. So we're gonna be doing some artichokes because ours didn't do too well during the summer.
We haven't been successful with artichokes, and we love artichokes.
Yeah. Well, we had them growing when we went to Jess Roots of Refuge. She told us to put them in the beds because we were growing them in containers, and they got a lot bigger. But then we had to move, and so we had them here starting to grow, but the heat just killed them. So we got to start these. These are great.
I forgive you on that one.
Yeah. So these are great perennial plants. They will keep on coming back year after year. And just when we was talking about broccoli, got some broccoli right here.
Well, you just said we didn't have broccoli.
Yeah, I forgot what I ordered. We got some Russian kale, some more short day onions, dwarf blue kale, curly kale, some more spinach.
What kind is that? Your big old hand was.
Oh, sorry, Bloomsdale, and then they gave us some sunflowers.
I like this Bloomsdale because it has a nice firm leaf, like glossy. So I just like the density of the leaf.
And then we're going to grow a lot of herbs, parsley. Now with the parsley, it does very well about the middle of summer. Georgia collards, yes. I was thinking a turnip and rutabaga taste as well about the Karabi. Lemon balm, can never go bad with lemon balm.
I want to make lots of tea with that.
Some more parsley. Definitely dill because can't have cucumbers and pickles without dill.
And I'm living off
More
of dill
dill.
from 2 years ago and all of the pickling I've been doing all season.
And then we got two varieties of cilantro. We got the dwarf variety and the regular variety.
The lemon. That's a dwarf lemon. There is a tangier taste with that one. I like it.
So those are our things that we're going to be starting. We kind of got late. We're starting late into the fall season.
But the weather's been crazy.
Yeah, we normally start about the middle of August. So.
Yeah, I mean, but things, I don't know, like, it'll just be an experiment this year. All that rain came in and our garden came back alive.
Yeah,
it's like
all our tomatoes is reblooming and getting greener and new sprouts.
I'm not ready to just like kill everything. Now I did just pull up our pickling cucumbers because I'm done with cucumbers. Although we have okra I prefer making very hot, spicy, pickled okra. I love it.
And she thinks she got a nice mix now that are tried and true varieties.
It's my solid go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been good with us.
I feel like I'm growing up.
So those are the things that we're growing for the fall that we got to get into the ground or start.
We got to find time. Which next weekend? Because we have to finish building our booth house.
A high tunnel, yeah.
We have to get some seeds and some dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to maybe tomorrow we can do like a mixture, and I can do the starts during the week. If we can set that up, and then we have a bunch of chicks, like baby chicks. We have some in the brooder right now. That was our flock expansion for our American breasts that need to go out on the grass. Tomorrow we have 3 new geese coming to our property, and I had no intentions of having more geese, but the 3 geese that we have, we realized 2 of them are boys, 1 is a girl, and 1 of the boys is mating with a duck. Did anybody here know that geese can mate with ducks?
Yeah, so
and he's hurting her.
Yeah, he's pulling out all of her back feather. He's being a little bit too
aggressive,
rapey there, and so we're trying to get him some more females, and hopefully that kind of calms him down. Well, I wouldn't say calm him down, but helps.
Distract from
maybe they're more
duck.
they're more be more submissive. But we have to do a protocol where when you get new flock into your flock, you want to kind of quarantine them off for at least 7 to 14 days, and then introduce them, because if that flock, even though I trust the person that is bringing them.
Webfoot Farms.
Yeah,
he is a great guy. He's actually been mentoring us in our journey of even getting certified and selling eggs.
Yeah.
So
I still want to take the precaution just in case something happens, especially with our flocks now being passed with no avian flu or anything of that nature. So, G Mama Rose, welcome.
Hey.
So, and then with our egg layers, since we can sell eggs straight off our flock, and with this heat, we were just running out of eggs. So the missus got about 25.
There's about 30 birds in there.
30 more egg layers in there.
10 or 12. 12 are gonna be for Kevin. They're light Brahmas. So that's gonna be Kevin's crew of ladies, and that's how we're gonna be able to have 2 productive breeds in the same space, because we'll have our Welsh Harlequin ducks and then our light Brahmas. So we'll be able to sell those eggs for hatching. The certification that we just got, or that we're waiting for in the mail, is going to allow us to ship eggs across state lines. So light Brahmas, or Brahmas in general, the roosters, for people that have children, they're the most gentle roosters that I would recommend. If anybody has apprehensions about roosters and have children, the Brahmas are the way to go.
Yeah. And then we got some Americanas, some different color egg layers, because most of our egg layers now, they do the brown, light brown color.
Yeah, but some of these are dark brown. Some of them are going to be blue eggs. Some are going to be green eggs. So I'm like super excited about having a splash of color in our eggs.
Yeah, so that's that. We just got them yesterday, so about 5 months from now they should be start laying eggs.
But we do have to house them separately for the next 4 months. So that's the other projects. We were talking about projects.
Mm-hmm.
We have to
build another John Siskovich tractor, because I still need to get a hospitality pen as well, just in case if one of our animals get sick, just kind of separate them from the flock as well. So,
which I think that thing that you you have like a
well, no, that the pen that right there right now,
but the one that we use for those 4 rapey ducks, we can use that. We just have to put a top hatch on it.
Yeah. What's going on, Q? Line Quest Outdoors?
You know, your Russian blocking 10,
Blocking 14.
blocking 14. I don't remember the name of it. The comfrey is amazing.
Yeah.
It's doing so well here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to propagate another blocking from it, whatever.
Yeah, it's been very successful. And my bunnies love to eat it.
Yeah. So this month is going to be very packed with a lot of stuff. We're about to head off to this fun event from this popular, I wouldn't say popular, but this great, amazing Homestead group,
East
a
Texas Homestead.
Facebook group. They do a lot of training, a lot of knowledge of people that want to be self-sufficient and self-sustainable in the homestead community.
They do the low-cost classes of learning how to butcher pigs, or like medicinal classes, foraging classes,
bees,
all
of
kinds
that.
of stuff, just to get knowledge out there for people. So we're definitely supporting them. We're in the East Texas, within that area. So
Yeah, and then on top of that, we got a class on how to butcher rabbits that we need to get comfortable on, find out different techniques on how to butcher these rabbits.
I don't think I'm ever going to be comfortable with that.
Well, I'll be
They're
comfortable.
so cute.
We're not butchering them, but their babies. So.
Oh, your rabbit won't eat your comfrey? Do you spoil it?
What all are you feeding your rabbits? Right now, ours just about eat anything. We feed ours pine cones, carrots, comfrey,
The pine
Swiss
cones are
yards.
like a boredom buster.
Yeah.
Chewy kind of thing for them.
What else do they eat? The Swiss charts, the collards,
Oh, the borage.
the borage.
Which is medicinal. Like
Yeah.
all this stuff is healthy for them.
So they eat it up. And the alfalfa cubes, go to Tractor Supply, get one of those. Not alfalfa, Timothy Hay cubes.
Yeah, Timothy Hay.
Cubes and stuff. So, what else?
That's it. We need to wrap it up. Yeah.
So, thank y'all for taking a little bit of y'all time out to spend with us. Like I said, we do this once a month, first Saturday of each month, normally at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I thank y'all for doing this and everything. If y'all want some shirts, go out to our Etsy page. It's in the descriptions down below.
And that's a work in progress.
Yeah, and we're going to add more shirts and more things on there. She put
rosemary. I need to try feeding mine rosemary. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But until the next video, let's grow together.